So this is the dashboard. So how do I add the quiz here? So first, there are two things you need to know about this adding of the quiz. First, you have to create the casing of the quiz. Then the second part of it is to add question to the quiz. For instance, if you want to set mathematics quiz or exam or test, you first have to create that mathematics as a casing. Then the next thing is to add the question. So first, let's go and create the quiz. So you click on the menu here, you go to quiz. So select the class you want to create. For instance, basic one. Select the year, quiz year 2024. Then you add quiz. So let's add quiz. So this quiz now is quiz title. Will be the title of the quiz. For instance, midterm test, midterm tests on math. So for instance, this is the title. Then year, we select the year. Then class, basic one, right? Then per question mark. So each question, let's call it 2 marks per question. Then time, quiz time in minutes. So in minutes, not an hour. So even if it is 1 hour, you write 120 hours. So it's set in minutes. So let's say 20 minutes. 20 minutes is even too much, depending on the questions though. So enable show results. So this enable show results is, do you want them immediately they click submit, the result shows, you turn it on. That's if you want. Enable show quiz. So you have to turn this one on so that the quiz will display for them. But if you don't want them to see the results when they are done writing, you switch this off. Then description. This description means answer all or attempt all questions. So depending on the one the school wants to use, whether answer all or attempt all question, you know. So this answer all add. So now, right now, I've added a quiz. Topic has been added. I've added a quiz. So already I've added a quiz. So the next thing with the quiz I added is math. So the next thing now is just to go and add the question in that quiz I've created. So you can't add a question to a quiz if you've not created the quiz. So you first create the quiz, then you now go and add questions. So let me go and add questions. You come to this your menu, you go to questions. So when you go to question, you select that your class. Now select the year 24. Select display questions. So you see the question I already created, midterm test on math. You see it here. So if you created also, before you start adding questions, you have to create the whole quiz for the whole subject. If you are doing 8 subjects, so you keep creating questions for the 8 subjects after creating all of them. So you now start adding questions to all of them one after the other. So if you created that 8 quizzes, all of them will be displayed here. So let's ask question. Let's add question to our math. So add question. You come to add question. Add question. So from here, you can go to on top of this place. You see add question. Add question. So here now you don't put in this add question. You don't put number 1. Then you don't type. No. It's not correct. The system already numbers it, so there's no need putting number 1. What you just type, you type the question. You can say 2 plus 2. Then this first column is for you to put the correct answer. That's when you must have put the option. So let's fill the option. Option is 5, 4, 7, 8.
So we have 4 options. So the correct one is option B. So you come here and put the answer. Option B is so that the system will understand and mark it when it's time to mark. So if your question carries explanation, you come here and put the explanation. If it carries video or image for further explanations, you come here and upload all of them, depending on the kind of question you're asking. This is just mathematics. So basically, this link and question is for higher institutions, not for secondary school. Though some secondary school do that as well, even primary. But if your own does not require image or there's no need, so you put your options, then put the correct option. This correct option is specifically so that system will know the correct answer to mark. So once you're done, you add. So simple. So this quiz now has been added in this system. So this quiz now has been added in this system. So when a child logs into their system, to answer their CBT. So for basic 1 right now, basic 1 students already have a CBT exams to write on mathematics, which lasts for 20 minutes. So I'm still going to send a video on how the child views the results. So for you as a teacher, this is the place student report is the place you see the answers. So from here, if the students have finished answering the question, you go to that student report, select the class and select the year. So display. Here you will see the reports of the whole students, their answers. Maybe the ones that got 5, the ones that got, in fact, their reports, you get it from here. So that's where you see students' reports when they are finished submitting their questions and all. So that is how this works. So go back to our dashboard. So you see in our dashboard, we already have a quiz there and a question there. All right. So if you have any question, you can go through this video again or you can ask me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.